Hey, I got a new comm system, so I figured it's probably a good idea to get a new helmet for it. So I decided to go with a new comm system because the old one is super dated. It's really old at this point and basically only good for music, and even then the audio quality is horrible. So decided to go with Cardo. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so went with their Packtalk Slim. I like this because it's kind of low profile, and it also has the battery separate from the actual touchy device and puts the battery in the back of the helmet, and I think that would actually kind of help too in terms of weight distribution more or less on my head, so that I have a battery pack in the back to kind of counterbalance the GoPro stuff in the front. We're going to put that on the new helmet. This is a Bell MX-9 with MIPS. It's basically like an ADV version of their Moto helmet. I really like ADV style helmets because it's pretty much the go anywhere, do anything with dual sport stuff, and the fact that almost all of my street riding is surface streets. I'm not doing freeways, I'm not doing major highways, so I don't really have to worry about things like wind deflection and sound deadening, things like that you get on more, kind of dedicated street setups. I was lucky to find it in kind of like a white high-vis color. There really isn't that much that I was able to find. It was either this or black, and I really always try to get some form of helmet and basically any form of gear with some type of high-vis or bright color, because I swear almost everything is in black and there's not that much stuff in kind of fluorescent or bright colors that you can be seen in. So we're going to be replacing this helmet, which I've been using for about 2.5 years now, so it's kind of due for a replacement anyway. This is a Scorpion AT950, and I actually really like this helmet. It's really cool, it's really versatile, but it's almost too versatile. I don't really use all the functions that this thing has. It has not only the flip down visor, but it also has a sunshade, and it's modular, so the whole thing, the whole front here actually, well, I'm kind of attached here, but it flips up to have a 3/4 helmet, which I never use, and it's basically too much. And as a result, because it's too much and I don't use these features, it's not worth it. It is really heavy, and so after a while it starts to weigh on me. And so one of the benefits with the new Bell is that this is super light. It's really nice, and it's got pretty much just the bare essentials, which is all I ever use really, so it'll be perfectly fine for my use. Let's kind of break into this because I'm really curious to see how this thing looks. Okay, out of the box it just shows you just the one piece that's going to be up on the side here. That is really slim, because this is the piece that's going to go up into the helmet between the foam and the shell. Look how flat that is. That's really cool. Lots and lots of paper, speakers, boom mic, the adapters and Velcro, stickies, all that good stuff. That's all we got in the box. So the first thing is we'll get all the foam out of here. Man, these things are stiff. There. Oh no, I broke that one. Not a big deal. There, good as new. Also, for those that are curious, this yellowy plastic thing is the MIPS system that they're talking about. Basically what this does is it allows for some rotational force. If you have a wreck or you hit something, then this is going to take kind of that initial brunt and keep your brain from rotating, which will cause concussions. So that's cool. That's a really nice safety feature. So basically there's these little tabs. There's two sets they give you, a short set, which is this one, and a long set. I actually have the long set in there because the short one just kind of slid in and out, wasn't holding at all, and the long one's about double this size and they're a little kind of curved. So those ones fit a lot more, but I had to really shove them in there, so that was quite an endeavor. Yep, perfect. Okay, let's see if we have enough space here to get over the side. There we go. We have to get these put in. So So basically, all these cords are kind of in between these two pieces of foam. I managed to just wedge that in there with a screwdriver so it's nice and clean. The only thing is I just have this little dangly bit right here, but I think that's okay. We're gonna try to kind of wrap this up, probably something like that, and just one zip tie, that should do it. We have the audio portion already in here, but I want to get the GoPro stuff going. So we're gonna actually stop with the comm stuff because it's 99% there, and let's get started on the GoPro setup. So before we get into moving this stuff from the old to the new, this is what it looks like currently. Really easy, really simple, and really clean. The keep it simple stupid method, which is basically just one mount on a relatively flat surface right up front, right underneath the visor, right on the chin, and just a wire that goes to a microphone that's just hidden on the cheek pad right here. So let's try to do the same thing with the new helmet. So I think I'm actually going to take inspiration from the old helmet because it has a similar vent in the front, but I was lucky in that when I pulled off the mechanism that went up and down here to open and close the vent, I got this perfectly flat space for a GoPro mount. And so maybe I'll have some luck with finding out how to pull this one off. Can't believe I'm doing this to a new helmet. Am I gonna break something? Get you in there. Ooh! That was a snap. Gentle. Okay, oh! We did it! That's definitely a flatter surface. It's not exactly the size of a GoPro mount, but that's a hell of a lot better than this tiny little thing which moved, so that's promising. Just making sure that that's as straight as possible. This is not adhering all the way. I can't get the corners here, but the part that matters, the flat bit in the middle, that's all on there 100%, so I think that's fine. The adhesive on these things are super, super durable, so I don't see this ripping off. And while I do have a lot going on here besides just the camera, there's not a lot of weight to this, and it's centrally located, so like the mount's right here, there's no leverage. I know there's other people that have their mounts, you know, like if I was gonna put it up here and I wanted it to still be oriented in the front here, there's gonna be a big arm right there, and that arm is gonna create a lot of leverage, which then would stress the adhesive. But if it's right up in the front here, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Okay, so now that we know where the mount's gonna be, gotta route the dead kitty. So I'm basically going to do the same thing that I did with the old helmet, which is kind of put it in between the cheek pads so that these snaps kind of keep it in place. And then again, on the the other side, there's that gap right here with the foam, so I'm going to stuff that in here so it's going to stick out right here. I know the kit came with Velcro and I can kind of use some of that, but I also have this stuff, which is just like strips of Velcro, both the scratchy side and the soft side, so we're going to use some of that. Inside of the helmet is done. And in the front we got the two microphones. We got the GoPro mic here, and we got the Cardo mic here. Okay, just to finish it off, we'll put Mr. Dead Kitty back on. There we go. If anything, it's just more cheek padding. So because this is held together with a reusable Velcro strap, the outside is the rough stuff. So with the soft stuff here, I can just stick it and it'll stay buttoned up. I love having this all in one unit. It's really handy. I don't have to mount this separately on the side or anything like that. I can just put it all in one, all inclusive. Cool, just like that. Whew, that's a lot of adhesive, a lot of Velcro, a lot of stickiness, but we got it all set up. Look at that, it's beautiful. Nice and clean, nice and simple. The mic wire here for the GoPro along the side here, just attached it with a couple of Velcro bits, and then goes up to the top here. Again, just Velcroed on, so it's perfect, out of the way, with the camera, everything right there. Now, I think the only thing left is to go out and ride, because there is one thing that I do need to do, which is set the angle here.
1 hour later.
All right, now that we got everything set up and we got it all tested, the last step is, since we have this set at the perfect angle now, I've done a couple of rides with different angles and found the one that I like. And to make sure that I keep that angle, what I'm going to do here, you can kind of see the silver there from the last camera. What I'm going to do is basically just go right across here with the gold Sharpie. And so now it's perfectly lined up, and when I go to move this or anything like that, I know exactly where to line it up, so I have the same angle every time. All right, final thoughts. You find me a couple weeks later, actually. Gotten to kind of get to know the helmet and how all the GoPro stuff works. It's pretty seamless. I don't think there's going to be any change as far as like video quality or anything like that. It should be the exact same. In fact, there's a few videos that already came out, so you probably didn't even notice the difference. Since then, a couple small things. Added another Velcro piece here just to make sure that the mic wire is not in my way at all. Some more Velcro up here on the actual mic connection, so put that on there just to make sure that this is 100% secure. Final thing that I did was upgraded the visor here, so I got a dark tinted one rather than the clear one that came with the helmet. So that's it. I'm gonna go on a ride right now and continue to enjoy this helmet and continue to enjoy this comm system. I'm gonna get some tunes in there and going to continue to enjoy this GoPro setup and get some footage of it all as I do it. So, see you then.